Hey guys, I'm back. Like I said, I will be returning shortly. So I want to talk about this young man who attacked Dave Chappelle on stage. His name is Isaiah Lee. He's 23 years old. Now, Isaiah Lee has been booked on charges for felony assault. And I think that we need to know a little bit more about him. So the New York Post, as always, they basically got the goods and the tea on him immediately. So this is what it reads from the New York Post. Alleged Dave Chappelle attacker Isaiah Lee wrote a rap song named after the comedian. So this young man, who's 23 years old, identifies himself as a rapper. And I don't want to hear the song because I have no interest in him. Because what he did to me should basically bar him from being in the entertainment industry. I'm just going to keep it real. But anyway, I'm going to read the article. The man who attacked Dave Chappelle during a concert Tuesday is a wannabe rap star who has put out a song named after the famous comedian that apparently references the Hollywood Bowl. Isaiah Lee, 23, was booked with felony assault with a deadly weapon over the attack on the 48-year-old comedian at Tuesday night's Hollywood Bowl show, the LAPD said. Lee raps under the name #NoName_Trapper, according to social media. It has a verified Spotify profile that boasts nearly 6,000 monthly listeners. Track 2 of one of his several albums, 2020's Born and Die in the Trap, is called Dave Chappelle. While most of the lyrics are mumbled, Lee at one point seemingly references getting into the Hollywood Bowl, which is the location where Tuesday night's attack took place. Walking straight into the bowl, he rapped in the 2-minute song. And you can look at the pictures here on the New York Post. They got a lot of photos on this guy. So it also reads, Chappelle had another show scheduled for the Hollywood Bowl for May 2020, but that ended up being canceled amid the COVID pandemic. In another song from the same album titled MAGA Manga, Lee appeared to rap about former President Donald Trump, saying, "Why is everybody hating on my president?" In the hours before Tuesday's ordeal, Lee posted an Instagram story dressed in the same sweatshirt he was later seen wearing on a stretcher after being roughed up by security during the stage storming incident. When reached by phone, Lee's sister, Sean, who lives in Brooklyn, declined to comment. I apologize about that. It was something with the server on my phone, and it just basically froze. So it says, at this point, oh, this man is evil. This dude is evil. Oh my God. I think his energy is causing this article to not really upload correctly. Ooh. So I'm going to read a little bit more about him. So also it reads that he was booked on felony assault with the deadly weapon charges. And also he was basically charged. He's 23 years old and he attacked a 48-year-old. It also says that he was booked after 3:30 a.m. Wednesday and held on $30,000 bail. He's 5 feet 10 inches tall. He's just 140 pounds, and he lives at a homeless shelter in LA. Now, this dude came up there with a knife that looked like a gun. But he's the one that ended up getting pounded to where they took him to the hospital. His arm was twisted and it was apparently snapped as he was booed while being led to an ambulance. Security basically pounded his ass. And somebody also said, "You shouldn't have done that." One member of the crowd yelled out, "They beat your ass." And rightfully so. He appeared to have a puffed up bloody right eye as well as a bloody nose as he was carted out wearing a t-shirt with Hollywood written in flames akin to the logo for skateboarding Mag Thrasher. And footage also showed Chappelle joking about how he stomped word backstage after the attack. I don't want to read any more of this because I find this to not just be disturbing, but something about this doesn't basically, it doesn't seem right. So it says a comedian had literally just said he now has more security because of the uproar from his jokes about the trans community. She said, so this person basically, her name is Brianna Sachs, and she works for BuzzFeed News. And pretty much, she basically said that because of the jokes about the trans community, and pretty much the first thing that he has said was that it must have been a trans man who attacked him. I'm not really getting a lot of good vibes from this, and I just think something is amiss. I don't think this was, I'm not saying that it wasn't serious, because it is, but I have to ask this about Isaiah Lee. You're trying to come up in the industry. Why would you assault somebody in the same industry that you're trying to be in? Nobody is ever going to shop this guy's records around anymore. No one is ever going to sign him to a deal. They're not going to even allow him to perform on stage. He's blacklisted for life. Let's make that clear. Another thing also is I'm very familiar with conspiracy theories. And one of the things that I noticed is that when he got on stage, he wore a Hollywood thrasher. Now, what rhymes with thrasher? Slasher. What did he have on his person? A knife that was a shape that was a replica of a gun. Another thing too is that they took him to they took him to the hospital, right? They did cuff him, but my whole thing is that why did he get out? So he's held on bail, right? But my other thing is, how did he get in there in the first place? If you're homeless, you don't have any money to go to the Dave Chappelle Netflix is a Joke Festival. Somebody had to allow him to get in. And I got all the photos that you could see for yourself. Now, security, they did handle it, but it should have never happened. And my other thing is, why are we basically allowing for celebrities to be attacked? And you're not going to say that this is Will Smith, because Will Smith did not do this. Will Smith is not the cause of this, because I believe that, this is just my opinion, I believe somebody paid Isaiah Lee to do this. I don't believe Dave is involved. But Dave, what you said about him, how you stomped an N-O and an N, that's not a good look either. And that wasn't a smart move. So I'm going to close it out with this, and I'm going to come back with one more upload, or maybe two, and then I'm out. I'm not out, but I'll be done for the night. Later.